been hearing that song now.
What's that?
No Kid. That's No Kid.
No Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking what's his name?
Is
That
it
dude, bro. What's his name? You know who did that song? You know who made that song? It wasn't him. It was an African dude from Sierra Leone. He wrote the whole song, and Drake just took it.
I'm not surprised.
But this dude, what's his name? Jim Jones. Let me explain something to y'all, man. I ain't never in my life seen so many niggas pull the saddle out and ride dick to the sunset, bro. I swear these dudes are dick riders, bro. They really are, bro. It's like, bro, the nigga said Drake could never lose a battle.
That ain't what he said, is it?
Nah, he ain't say that.
Oh.
I'm lying, he ain't say that. Nah, that's some next levels right there.
And I was about to say, yeah, that's definitely some dick riding right there, boy, if he can say that.
Nah.
He know
but
better.
He basically said that Kendrick Lamar, well, they didn't say Kendrick. He said Drake is the GOAT. That's what he said. And it's like, over you? You put Drake over you? How do people do that? Can you explain that to me? How can an artist put another artist over themselves?
I mean, if he
is that true?
Yeah.
You said that he was better than Jay-Z. What? No, Jim Jones said he's better than Jay-Z, not Drake. So how you say Drake's the GOAT, but then you say that you're better than Jay-Z?
That sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
You're saying me, Jim Jones is telling people I'm better than Jay-Z, but then you say Drake is better than everybody.
That's some bull.
Like, what? How does that make sense?
You're not nowhere near better than Jay-Z. Nowhere near better than Jay-Z.
How does that make sense?
It don't. It really doesn't.
He doesn't. He never makes sense.
Well, I was just about to say that Jim Jones, man, he just be doing some extra stuff.
What's
man.
His? What? Do you know his name?
Jim Jones, right?
No, what's his real name?
No. Jimmy?
Jomo.
Oh, Jomo.
Jomo.
That is nickname?
That's his real name.
Jomo?
That's what Cameron called him. Jomo.
I know a Jomo, man.
You know a Jomo?
Yeah, it ain't too crazy.
That's a funny name, bro.
It's different. It's a different name.
It's funny because he's a super thug. That's why. Jim Jones is a super thug.
Yeah.
So he's a super thug. So Jomo is a funny name for a super thug. I don't know, man.
I don't know,
man. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's just one of them hood names, bro.
All right, man. What's up, man? Tell me something. Know what it is. Look, man. We back in the building, man. You know what it is, man. All right, man. Toy Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. If you like the content, please hit the thumbs up. No, let me get my legendary spell. This is Toy Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your scripture today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, you know the final ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I build content absolutely free. But if you want us to leave a donation, it's right on the screen. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 14, 15, 16, 17,000. And yes, I am the king of the north. Let me know what king you're from. Got my co-host with me over here, man. What's up?
It's your boy B.Well, a.k.a. Big Tank. What up, people?
What up, man? You know what it is? So look, man, today we're going to be talking about, he don't know too much about the Drake lawsuit.
Yeah, I just know he filed.
We're going to watch this video. Now, this is the second, this video right here is actually, this is the second UMG, the label that Drake is trying to sue. This is their second rebuttal to Drake. Basically, they asked for a dismissal. Drake team came back with a counter to that. So this is a second rebuttal to their counter for a second opportunity or asking for a dismissal. And some of the things that they say in this here is wild. So we're gonna watch this fantastic hip hop video. Of course, we're gonna give our commentary. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. This is Torture Talk. And it is what it is, man. So look, man, as soon as I find this damn mouse, bro.
Stop playing the like the video first.
What'd you say?
I said, stop playing and like the video first. Just like it.
Yeah, just like the video.
Just like it.
Just like the video.
Just put it on.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Support, help a brother out.
Yeah, help us out. Like hit the like button or something.
Just like it.
You know what I'm saying? Subscribe.
That's
you know
even more help.
Yeah, that's
and
even more
it's free.
Help. It's free. And you gotta pay for it. Unless you want to donate, then you can donate. You ain't got to, but if you want to,
it would help.
You know, that's how you say to do your girl. Look, she's like, I ain't sucking no dick. You're like, well, you ain't got to.
Right.
But if you want to, make me real happy. She ends up doing it.
That's amazing.
All right, man. So look, this video comes courtesy of Fantastic Hip Hop. Let's get it, man.
Now, when it comes to Drake, Lawbreeze and Genograms, well, once again, the biggest crash out in hip-hop's entire career is going out in spirals, because right now, after his little games and updates that made his ongoing lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us record more confusing and pathetic, UMG has come back and responded to Drake once again, and this time, with how open they get about exposing Drake and just pointing out the truth that nobody on that side of hip-hop wants to hear. Things have really never looked worse in terms of this case going forward and Drake getting his way with things. And now, before we go any further into what all this means, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.
So before we let him go on, so basically, UMG right now and Drake are in the litigation process where they putting this out before they go to trial. The UMG is trying to get this case dismissed before they even go to trial.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think that UMG is not going as hard on Drake is because he's still their artist.
Yeah.
So they can't really expose him as much, but they did some exposing on this one though.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was a lot being said. So let's keep it going. Now I don't think he's gonna read the whole thing. There's other videos like that, but he's gonna point out some key factors, so let's keep it going.
And as all the Drake fans are trying to run away from the reality of what we are seeing here, which is the real beginning of the end for their guy, make sure to leave a like so all of hip-hop can see how bad this really is for Drake and how great this will be for the genre. And so now, with that said, when it comes to good old pathetic Lawbreeze, as UMG just filed another motion to dismiss this ridiculous mess that Drake has created, they didn't hold back this time whatsoever, and really with the paperwork they have handed to Drake, it's not just effective, but it's also hilarious, because in this thing, Drake gets mocked and embarrassed here, really like it's another diss track, because more than we have ever seen to this point in this entire suit so far, UMG just calls Drake's bluff and reminds him and everybody else of what's really going on here, which is just an emotional crash out and temper tantrum from a fully grown person who is just upset that something didn't go their way. And
now, do you believe that? Do you believe that Drake is having... all right, let me put it to you like this. Because I don't think I ever asked you anything about this case. Do you think that Drake has any validity to his argument of what has happened? Is it justifiably right that he's suing because of what? Because of the battle?
Okay. This where I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Okay. As hip-hop artists and as hip-hop artists, no.
You're not supposed to sue no matter what.
You ain't supposed to sue no matter what.
No matter what's that.
Whatever it is. You ask for this battle.
Take it on chin.
Take this shit on the chin. But also, when you're being called a PDF file and everybody is calling it, it can hurt your brand.
Yeah.
I see why he goes that way, because he's that type of corporate type person. He's not a real hip hop person. He's a pop artist. So
okay.
But I mean, you coming into the field like you're not a pop artist, but you're a total pop artist. So you got to be who the heck you are.
So you saying, okay, I get what you're saying.
So you got to be who you are, Drake. That's just who it is. Be who you are, bro. So stay out the lanes where you feel as though that you the top man. If you want to go into a battle, you got to understand anything can happen, anything goes, and if it's done, it's done. But I do understand how he would be upset with, you know what I mean? If I'm not a PDF file, I can understand with the whole world calling me that. I can understand how he would feel that way about, but me, I'll take care of that different.
It just wouldn't make it right. Even if you do understand that,
it doesn't make it right to me. Like the whole suing thing. I mean, I know why he's doing it because I understand, but
you understand his background, and
I understand why he feels as though he's justified in it.
Yeah,
because nobody wants to be called a
well, he technically never called him that.
Yeah, he did, man. Stop playing.
I'll explain to you.
You ain't got to explain. I heard the record.
What'd he say? Certified love boy, certified pedophile?
Yeah.
He didn't call Drake a pedophile. He said Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? You know who Baca is?
Yes.
You know Baca has a case?
Yes.
Certified
lover boy. But he was a certified lover boy.
And he also has a PDF case.
Yes.
So he wasn't talking to Drake. Now, again, the insinuation does come from, I hear you like I'm young. So I can agree with that.
Say Drake.
I hear you like I'm young, but I mean, I hear you like I'm young. It's not the same as I know you like them young. This is worse. We playing word games.
You definitely playing word games.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just giving you some pushback. I ain't saying you wrong. No. We playing word games.
Which is fair.
It's word games.
Which is fair because this is hip hop and this is word games.
I'm sure Kendrick Lamar is smart enough to know the line to play with Drake.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine.
But I don't think Kendrick Lamar knew he was going to do that, though. I definitely don't think Kendrick Lamar thought that Drake was going to sue.
Nah, I don't think
nobody thought that was going to happen.
I didn't think it was going to happen until it happened. Then I was like,
but what is he suing for, though?
I would love to tell you, bro. I would love to really tell you, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I totally checked out.
I
checked out. Once I heard he was suing, I checked out.
Everybody did.
I checked out, man. I was like, I checked out, bro.
She really wastes no time getting to this, as they literally say, opening things up, how Drake is just making up anything to whine about, and they know this, because rather than stand on his original complaints that started this thing in the first place, they straight up say, on March 17th, 2025, UMG moved to dismiss Drake's complaint. Rather than attempt to defend his original complaint, Drake filed an amended complaint in which he removed obviously false factual allegations, but added multiple allegations about Lamar's live performance of a version of the song Not Like Us at the Super Bowl 59 halftime show on February 9th, 2025. And now with everything they detailed, just to remind Drake and show...
So you know how that happened. You know what that was, right?
No.
Okay, so what happened was he removed all the things that he was saying that Kendrick Lamar was using bots and fake streams to make Not Like Us so big. So Drake removed that from the case because UMG went to dismiss it and Drake said, okay, I'll dismiss all of this.
Okay.
Because obviously the song is already what it is. It doesn't matter if he used bots at this point. Like, it's already blew up. And it kind of contradicts what he's saying, because if you're saying that the song used bots, then how are you saying UMG promoted the song if bots was in play? I don't understand that. And the only reason why Drake said bots, because Kendrick said bots in 616 LA. That's another story. We'll talk about that later. But so what happened was then he amended the lawsuit, complaint, and he said that Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, he deliberately censored Certified Lover Boy, Certified, and he said, right, like that. He deliberately censored that. So Drake was saying, well, why would you deliberately censor that if it wasn't out to hurt me? Now it makes sense, right? That makes sense, right?
In a way.
But I'm going to tell you why it really doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense. You're at the Super Bowl.
Yes, exactly. Why would I say that at the Super Bowl?
Word is bone.
There are kids there.
There's kids there.
There's families all over the world. Why would I say that? Why would I say that about you at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand both sides.
I look at it like this. maybe I was protecting you. I can literally say, I didn't say that because I was protecting you.
You could. You definitely could say that.
You know what I'm saying?
You could say that, but
he ain't definitely protecting them in stadiums right now, though.
Nah.
No.
Oh, man.
Nah, he said it. He said his name and everything. Say Drake, I hate you like everything. Certified Lover Boy, sir. The whole crowd singing. He ain't stopping. Euphoria, Drake name is mentioned. Every song that he said is loud and clear.
Good.
Good. That's his answer, everybody. Good. You're like, yeah.
It should happen this way.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
I'm not mad at it.
Shit.
I'm just mad Drake didn't make it interesting.
I know.
You let him just do whatever he want to do, bro.
Man, he can't. There's nothing he could do.
Everyone, how flimsy what he is trying to stand on taller and taller really is. There is no way that this all doesn't come down very soon, because really, with the team representing the label that made Drake having to literally talk about everything Drake has tried to add in with this suit, with such moments like the Grammys and especially the Super Bowl, they really just troll and humiliate him, because after calling Drake's claims astonishing, which I feel like in this type of thing is about as far as you can go to just try and make fun of somebody while obviously staying within the tone that these things need to be in. After this sentence, which really just feels like a professional way to laugh at Drake, he just ends up getting cooked here more than ever, as they point out how his own points and claims are contradicting one another, and how this shows that he is not organized or has a greater message, but that he's just trying to use anything he possibly can to take down Kendrick Lamar in this song, which they state pretty clearly as they say. As Drake concedes, Lamar's Super Bowl performance did not include the lyric that Drake or his associates are certified, which of course is the alleged defamatory material that is at the heart of this case. And then they go on to say that the focus of Drake's new claims, which are that the largest audience for a Super Bowl halftime show ever did not hear Lamar call Drake or his crew that word, ultimately ends up betraying the case for what it is, which is Drake's attack on the commercial and creative success of the rap artist who defeated him rather than the content of Lamar's lyrics. And as they close this out saying the amended complaint is without merit and should be dismissed, once again, it seems like with everything UMG did here, they just once and for all went all in on Drake for not just being petty here, because that is what this is all about in terms of why he has even went this far and why we need to have this conversation in the first place, but they show how many problems and flaws are within the exact case that he is trying to present.
Yeah, that dude, he talking. It's hard to stop him. He just never stops. All right, so look. So how you feel about that? How you feel that basically, so basically now, the UMG is making a case against Drake saying, well, he didn't say your name. You said that this record was so big, he didn't say your name in the record. He didn't say you were a certified PDF file. So people didn't hear that. They know what the song is, but they never heard him say that at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl was the biggest thing ever. But that's not really my question for you. My question for you is, how do you feel about Drake suing Kendrick, but Drake saying some defamatory things to Kendrick? Calling him a woman beater, saying that his son is not his best friend's son.
Yeah.
Is this equivalent to a PDF, in your opinion? Being called that?
Yes.
I think it's actually worse.
No, I don't think it's worse.
I'm gonna say what Drake did was worse.
I don't agree with that.
I'll tell you why.
Go ahead, tell me why.
Kendrick Lamar is looked at differently from Drake. Drake is looked at as a guy who does like young girls. So it really doesn't stick to him as much. Kendrick Lamar is not looked at as a man who beats on his girl, bro. That
okay.
If that was slightly true, let's just say Kendrick Lamar had a fight with his girl, not even a fist fight, just an argument that's on camera. His character is assassinated 100% more than Drake's.
That's true.
So that's why I say, with him saying that Kendrick Lamar has an album called Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
So he's a moral man.
Big step.
Everybody looks at Kendrick as the upstanding moral man who has never done anything wrong. He doesn't have no skeletons.
But that's what Drake was trying to portray.
But that's why I said that him calling him a woman beater is worse than him calling him a pedophile, in my opinion, or a PDF.
Not me.
Because Drake is already looked at as a guy who likes young girls.
You can go to jail and be a woman beater and not get beat up on. You can't go to jail and be a PDF file and not get seriously taken care of.
In that case, I would say that right there.
Sorry.
You were right. You're right about that.
I'm sorry.
But in the court of public opinion,
you being called a PDF file is way worse than being called a woman beater.
In the court of public opinion,
to me,
between these two, not regular, between these two, to me, I guess we just agree to disagree. Kendrick Lamar being, if the Kendrick Lamar came out to be a woman beater, all the upstanding moral things that he has said to black men and black women or queens and all this stuff, he would look like such a hypocrite.
Yes, that's what he was trying to do, but it didn't stick.
That's my point. So he lying on Kendrick. To me, they're both. It's both. I guess what you're saying is equal in a way. It's detrimental to Kendrick's career.
It just didn't stick. The people didn't really.
They didn't believe it.
They didn't believe it.
And why is that?
I don't know.
Because Kendrick is more of an upstanding guy, right?
Yeah.
So what happens if it's true?
I mean, well, people believed it. People believed it. People that's on like Drake's side like that, they believe him.
They believe Drake.
They're just not as vocal as Kendrick Lamar's people.
I don't know, man. Drake fans are kind of vocal, man.
Well, they are, but I don't know, man.
They kind of stupid. Let's keep going.
And finally, with this, we are seeing Drake just get made fun of within actual paperwork by his label for using and citing people within this case who know absolutely nothing about anything going on, as Drake was relying on none other than fan pages to try and win the biggest move an artist has ever made to their label in this era. And again, just hearing Drake get made fun of and trolled in this professional way is really one of the funniest things, and I think we are going to look back on this as something that didn't even feel real in terms of how Drake just created this mess in the first place. Because seriously, as UMG literally has to say, the comments cited in Drake's complaint make this point. They are rife with grammatical errors, slang, and emojis, and authored by sources such. Once again, even with the small things here, when you read this thing from front to back and go through all of it, the more you just slowly see what really easily has to be the absolute and official beginning of the end for Drake and this entire thing he has been trying to say and escalate for so long. Because really, even now with the whole idea of Drake being a hypocrite and only bringing paperwork into this situation because he was the one who messed around and lost the beef and had one of the biggest diss songs ever made about him, well, once again, they remind Drake that he didn't have a problem saying everything that he did on Family Matters, which really, between the claims he made about Kendrick's own family, I mean, you could say what was said there was at least just as bad, but if not worse than what Kendrick did at all. Well, taking things even further and once again putting all of this into perspective of just how much of a hypocrite and bold-faced liar Drake really is. UMG made sure to also include things that clearly point out to people who may not have known that less than 3 years ago, Drake himself signed a public petition criticizing the trend of prosecutors using artists' creative expression against them by treating rap lyrics as literal fact. And as they literally say, as Drake recognized, when it comes to rap, the final work is a product of the artist's vision and imagination. They really got Drake bad here, and they really make sure to bring this home.
That's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy.
There you go.
Bruh, that's crazy.
My question is, right, because I see now, they did a good job of bless you, showing how petty. Yeah. Excuse me, too. Showing how petty Drake is.
Yeah.
Because this is all just petty bullshit to me. Yeah. It's just a bunch of stuff that he's just trying to just grasp at straws. But even if you did win a case like this, how are you winning? You're still not winning, bro. You're still not winning the battle of what people really care about. Yeah. You care about the battle between you and him on records. Mm. How is this making you feel? Like, how does this give you vindication? Tell me.
I think that if Drake wins this, it looks like the record label helped Kendrick beat Drake. So if Drake wins, he can say, well, the only reason why Kendrick won is because he worked with the machine. That's it. But The thing is, Drake is still the bigger artist. Right now, I believe Kendrick is bigger. But in the music industry,
yes,
Drake is considered the bigger artist still.
yes,
Because they're looking at his metrics and his numbers still, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue that I think that Drake is running into is Kendrick won't let him do nothing. Everything that Drake has done since the battle has not touched Kendrick at all.
No, it hasn't.
Kendrick's still number one. He had multiple number ones. Drake released this album. Kendrick album still was outselling his album, even though it came out months ago. His album was still outselling. He's doing these stadium tours. I tell people this. If Kendrick Lamar wanted to end Drake's career right now, all he has to do, I showed you the video of Drake kissing on the young girl, 17-year-old girl. You've seen that video,
Yeah,
right?
I seen it.
All he has to do is play that in the stadiums. So this is the guy right here said that I'm lying on him. He was 27. This girl was 17. Look, he's kissing her in the mouth. He could end his career right there. But he hasn't done that. My theory is Kendrick wants to battle Drake.
Yes.
He wants them to keep going at it.
Yeah.
I don't think that Kendrick wants it to be.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's
for
good.
Business.
It's good for business.
It's good for business.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but Drake don't say it like that.
It's good. I got a question, and we're gonna get out of here. I got one more question for you. And maybe I don't know, maybe this is a reach, but this question is it's not really about the topic. It's about Kendrick, but it ain't about that. Do you think Kendrick Lamar has become a novelty, like an eighth wonder of the world now? And I'll explain why I say that. You know, everything he does now is done a little bit differently from. It's done like how major artists like Michael Jackson and Prince and Stevie Wonder used to. So, for example, Kendrick Lamar just released a photo of him walking into a studio, and people are doing blogs, like hour blogs about it. Like doing hour blogs like, oh, Kendrick Lamar's back. He's born and back into the studio.
Good.
I mean, do you think that people look at him on a different level than most rappers now, in a way where he's not considered really a rapper anymore?
No, he's still considered a rapper.
Well, to us he is. I'm saying,
no.
In other people's eyes, do you look at him like as is he more of a musician and not a hip hop artist? That's the question I have for you.
He's still a hip hop artist, but
you think it supersedes everything?
Yes, but he's more of an artist now. To me, he's more like an Andre 3000.
Think so?
I'm not saying no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
I know you ain't comparing it. I'm just saying
exactly,
he's in that category.
He's in that category.
Okay, all right. So he's looked at more. He's looked at as a hip hop artist. A hip hop artist.
Yes,
that's what he looked. He's not just looked at as a hip hop rapper.
Exactly.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Exactly what I mean.
Yeah,
he's on that scale.
He's on that scale.
You know what I mean?
Do you think Jay-Z is Jay-Z on that scale, or is Jay-Z more of a hip hop rapper to you?
Jay-Z's more of a hip hop rapper.
Nas, what about Nas?
Nas is a hip hop rapper.
Eminem,
hip hop rapper.
Who would you say is a hip hop artist outside of Kendrick and Andre 3000?
Hip hop artist.
You say CeeLo Green?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely CeeLo.
So all right. So more people who are into melodic tones and different shifts to their voices and stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
So you would say somebody. Let me just throw another name out there. Like Lupe Fiasco to you would be a hip hop. What would he be to you?
He'd be a hip hop artist.
He'd be a hip hop artist. Okay. All right. So more people more aligned with their artistry versus people who are more aligned with the rapping part of it.
Yeah, because like all the guys you mentioned and all the guys they're different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to me, like Tyler is like
Tyler hip hop artist. He's in
hip hop artist.
Too.
He's like right there.
Yeah.
Like he's almost like about to be that
I get
artist.
You. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he keeps it raw. I didn't know because I really just started getting like more into Tyler.
Yeah.
Yo, that album, but oh man,
Which one? Igor?
Nah, Igor was. I heard Igor.
Chromacopia.
I heard Chromacopia. That's dope. That's a dope album.
Cherry Bomb.
Nope. Something.
The one with the bees on the front.
The one said something if you're gone.
Yeah, that's the one with the bees. No. If I know what you're talking about. That's the one that looked like the Old Dirty Bastard cover.
That album's fire.
Yeah, his album's pretty good, yo.
No, that album's fire.
Yeah.
That album is fire. I was like, yeah, because it's more of a hip hop album.
Yeah.
With harder beats and rhymes.
Yeah.
So that album is fire, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That was the one on the Grammys when he did the Grammy performance when everything was blowing backwards and he was running. You see that? Yeah, that's from that album.
That's from that album?
Yeah, it's from that
album. Oh, okay. I was always wondering, like, I really, that's when I started paying a little bit more attention to him. But I really didn't pay attention.
Projects is really good, man.
But that album, because I seen he did a deluxe version of it.
Yeah, I believe so. You know the thing about Tyler the Creator?
Sorry to get off Kendrick.
It's cool. We can just keep it going. The thing about Tyler the Creator, where a lot of people don't know, I believe he had a conversation with Pharrell, and Pharrell told him, like, I believe it was Pharrell, and Pharrell said to him, if it wasn't Pharrell, just let me know in the comments. But I believe it was Pharrell. Pharrell said to him, you could be a much better artist if you stop like doing certain things. Mm-hmm. And he said it hit him, and then he just from there
just shot off.
Yeah. I liked Odd Future. I liked the Earl Sweatshirt. I liked Frank Ocean.
Yo, that was nice.
You like Frank Ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That Nostalgia album is classic.
I don't care if he's a homosexual.
I don't know. I think he be capping.
You think he be capping?
Yeah, them niggas be capping. The creator said he's gay too. He got that song on Chromacopia about him having a baby with a girl. Like, niggas, the only one I know is gay is Lil Nas X. That nigga's a flaming fireball. Yeah, like, for real. He is a fireball. Firebrand. Yeah. He's what's the dude on in Street Fighter? Was it Marvel vs. Capcom? The little devil dude. Firebrand. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X.
Firebrand.
He's something different.
Goose and Goblins, the dude that you can't. Every time you try to hit him, he move and shit. You had with to try to hit him. That little ghost. I used to hate that little motherfucker. Hate that little devil motherfucker. But nah, yeah, he's the only one. But as far as Tyler goes, yeah, his project is pretty good. But another question I have for you before we get out of here, right? Mm-hmm. The ranking, right? Let's do a ranking real quick. Since now, right? Obviously, you would say Kendrick Lamar is number one. Who would be number 2, 3, and 4, and 5 to you right now under Kendrick?
You mean artists?
Rappers, artists, whatever you want to call them, right? Rappers. In your opinion, who are you looking at and saying, okay, this guy is number 2, this guy's number 3, this guy's number 4? Right now, I'm not saying overall, not of all time, just right now.
Right now, and I got to go with the guy that's relevant right now. It has to be number 2. It had to be Drake.
So you think Drake? You would take Drake over Tyler the Creator, even though Tyler the Creator put out better projects after Drake? Because the last 3 projects Drake dropped wasn't that good. They was okay, but
they were okay. They weren't that good,
but they wasn't better than Tyler's last 3 projects.
I agree.
So you would put Drake over him?
Yeah.
Why is that? So you would put Drake at number 2?
Yes.
Okay. Why you put Drake at number 2?
Because he's still a good artist.
You think he's better than Tyler the Creator right now?
At this particular moment, he's not better than a lot of people right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Right now, he's not making wise choices.
He's not making wise choices. Drake, come on, Drake.
He's not making wise choices.
I don't know what's going on with that nigga.
He's not making wise choices. But
so you have him at number 2. Who's number 3?
Who's number 3? And me just having my personal things that's going on right now, I would have to say, from what I've been listening to, Tyler's been that. He's been.
So you say he's number 3?
Man, I have no problem. Right. I'm talking about right now as a relevance of right now. I'm not trying to go off of who's been here long. And Tyler's been here for a minute.
Yeah, he been.
So I don't even want to hear he hasn't put in his work. He's put in his work. So I just noticed how good Tyler really, really, really was in the past year or so.
So Tyler would be your number 3. You would be your number 4.
Well, number 4, right now.
Yeah.
And that's relevant people that's out putting out projects. Right now. My man 21.
21 Savage?
Yes. I like his singles.
Okay.
I never heard his album, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like a lot of I don't listen to a lot of albums. Like you really gonna have to. There's nobody really had albums that was worthy.
His albums ain't really that good. But the Drake album, that's Drake's one of Drake's best projects to me.
Yeah.
Her Loss is a really good album to me. I like Her Loss.
What's that?
That's him and 21 Savage.
I would say what? Future too?
So you say, okay, so you put 21 over Future?
No.
So Future would be he would be number 40.
Yeah. He would be number what I'm on? 4.
Yeah, he would be number 4.
He'd definitely be number 4.
And who would be, I guess number 21 would be 5.
I'm thinking about, I know I'm missing somebody, yeah.
There's a lot of people. You got Doechii, you got Rayvon, that's on fire. You ever heard Rayvon?
No.
Go listen to his album.
No, not at all.
You'll like Rayvon, bro.
I might just like Rayvon.
Yeah, when you get a chance, when you leave here today, look up his album and listen to it. You listen to Doechii album?
J. Cole. Yeah, I listen to Doechii album. Fire.
All right. Now, that's really me to my next question with J. Cole. And then I got a question after that. Who got the better catalog? J. Cole or Tyler, the Creator?
Tyler.
Yes, I'll have to admit it.
Tyler.
All right, listen, bro. I know a lot of people gonna hate this, but Tyler Creator catalog is better than J. Cole's. I'm sorry.
Tyler.
And the reason why is because Tyler Creator, man, some of his stuff is really good, man.
Well, he's really good. He's really good. My only situation with Tyler, he's just really really liberal.
Yeah, he really is.
He's super liberal. That's the only problem with him.
Yeah.
He's like extra. He's like California liberal.
Over the top.
Over the top. I'm that nigga and that bitch.
Yeah.
Even though the line is fire.
Yeah.
That line is fire.
That's kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie.
That line is fire, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about pronouns. I'm that nigga and that bitch.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's dope. But that's super liberal, bro.
Yeah, he over the top with it. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I mean?
That shit was crazy,
but that's Tyler, though.
But, and I got another question for you. Now, all right, let me ask you this before I even ask you this question. Have you heard all the Rick Ross albums?
Most of them. He has some fire albums.
Who do you think have a better catalog? If we had to select the best Rick Ross albums and the best Drake albums, who do you think has the better catalog out of the two?
Album-wise? Wow. Well,
now the reason why I'm gonna tell you.
Rick
go
Ross
ahead.
only had like two fire albums.
Really? You think so?
Yes, to me, yes. He only had 2 fire whole albums.
He has no bad songs though.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, listen, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm not saying that he didn't make good music. He makes great music. Rick Ross is.
Who did he battle in the verses?
That's on. I ain't know he
He
did the verses.
He did the verses. He battled 2 Chainz, I believe.
Oh wow, he beat 2 Chainz easy to me.
20 songs. He said he had 20 more. Rick Ross and Drake would be a dope versus, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nah. First of all, Kanye West would beat both of them, but and I hate Kanye. But you gotta watch that Rick Ross verses, bro.
I'll watch it, but he ain't got enough.
You don't think Rick Ross has almost 300 singles?
Okay,
he has enough to beat Drake in the verses. No, he does not. Bro. You don't think so?
I know so,
bro. He has more. I would say this. He has probably just as many recognizable songs as Drake, bro.
No.
Yes, he does, bro. No. Like, yes, he does.
No.
Every album he has, bro. Every album. We could go down the list of albums that he has, bro. From Port of Miami, he has about 5 singles on there.
Yeah.
And then we go to Teflon Don. He has about another 5 singles. Then we go to, bro, he has multiple singles. He literally has about 300 singles, bro.
He don't have enough.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't agree with that.
You don't have enough?
I definitely think that if Rick Ross and Drake did a versus, it would be a good battle. I don't think that Drake would just wash Rick Ross. No way. Rick Ross has songs with everybody just like Drake. He actually has more songs with more people than Drake.
It's not enough.
How is it not? He has songs with Jay-Z. What are you talking about? Okay. He has like 3 songs with Jay-Z.
I know.
How's that not enough?
That's my favorite.
That's 3. That's 3 right there. That's 3. That's 3 songs down right there. You know what I'm saying? Then he has songs with Drake himself, which is another 3 down. Drake only has, 1 song with Jay-Z. That's it.
What? No,
he only has 1. I believe he has 1 song with Jay-Z. That's it.
I think he has 2.
He has 2?
Yeah,
what song? What's 2? I thought he only had 1. I think of one. The other one.
Pound Cake, and he has another one with him.
I don't know. Is Pound Cake better than Freemason?
Fuck yeah.
What?
Fuck yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
Pound Cake is better than Freemason?
I must be out of my mind.
It's better than Freemason?
Yes.
I'm talking the same Freemason with Jay-Z and Rick Ross? You think Pound Cake is better than...
Yes.
Come on, bro. You can't be serious, bro.
I'm 10,000% serious. I'm all the way serious.
Pound Cake's better than Monster?
What you mean? What Monster? You mean what Monster?
Monster. The song with Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, I believe it's Jay-Z.
That's a whole different...
That's still a Raw song.
It's a Raw song, but it's a bunch of people on that song. Come on, man.
What do you mean? Like, does that matter? Does that matter?
It does matter.
What Potsy cut is Drake on?
Forever.
Okay. Is that better than... You think that's better than Monster?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. That's about a tie to me.
Yes, it is.
That's about a tie.
Okay, yeah.
Is it better? All right. Okay.
Let's not.
Is Pound Cake better than I'm a Boss?
Yes.
What? Pound Cake is better than I'm a Boss?
To me.
With Meek Mill?
Yes.
Oh, nah, bro. You bugging, bro.
I love I'm a Boss.
You're bugging. You think Pound Cake is better than I'm a Boss?
I'm a Boss.
You're bugging, bro. There's no way, bro. But I'm saying, my opinion, I think it would be a dope versus. I don't think Drake would wash Rick Ross.
I think Drake would wash him.
You know what I'm saying? If we going down a list of songs that Ross did, the diss to 50, what? Port of Miami, all the bro. What's the John he did? We could go down a crazy list of songs, bro.
You can go down a crazy list of songs of Drake.
Yeah, some of them are just okay songs.
To you?
To me, they just
I
okay.
thought they were fire. You got a bunch of fire songs to me.
I'm not saying he don't, but I'm saying that I'm saying I could. I mean, these niggas can't hold me back. What? Oh, that whole. You think Pound Cake is better than
It's up.
I'm asking you. I got one more for you. One more. I'm kind of convinced you.
I know it's all right, but you can't just say
Pound Cake is better.
But you can't just say Pound Cake.
Okay.
Pound Cake's done equivalent to each song.
You think it's better than Big Meech?
Well, I think on Big Meech, Larry Hoover. No, that song's not bigger than that song.
I said, do you think it's better than that song?
It's not bigger than the song. No, it's not.
What you mean?
It's not a big song. It's not that song.
No, I'm saying if we did a versus, and I played, you think on Big Meech? Yeah, people gonna go crazy.
People gonna go crazy. People gonna go crazy over that song. But it's other songs that Drake have that will.
You think that will dominate that song?
Fuck yeah.
Like which one? Name one.
Name one.
Yeah, I'm saying name one. I think that Rick Ross. If I had to choose 20 Rick Ross songs and you choose 20, we could actually do that if you want.
If you want
Not
to.
right now, but we could do it.
To.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do that. You pick 20 Drake songs, and we'll let the people decide. Well, I'll pick 20 Rick Ross songs.
We're not gonna let these people on this platform decide this.
I ain't gonna talk with me.
Look, brother, look. Now listen. No disrespect to this platform.
Like, yo, we siding with the king no matter what, nigga.
Yeah, you siding with the king, bro.
Nah, I'll be look, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Okay, not just the king, but this platform is more of a platform for people that don't like Drake. Not really don't like Drake, but into Kendrick Lamar.
Well, no, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I definitely think that it to me it would be, if I had to say, I think Drake would win. Not gonna lie to you, because I think Drake would win,
hands down.
But if we had to really sit down with it, yeah, there's a lot. that Drake would have to do to beat Rick Ross. I'm sorry.
I don't think it would be a lot he had to do, but I don't think he's just going to wash him.
He couldn't beat Kanye West, though.
Who, Drake? No. I don't think not.
He would lose that.
Nah.
I don't think nobody can beat that dude.
Nah, Kanye. Kanye on a different. He's different. Yeah. Even though he does whatever he does, he's on a different level, bro.
Yeah,
Kanye has done a lot for the game.
Yeah,
and he's totally like, he's another one. He could be Andre 3000 artistry-wise.
Okay. Yeah. You think, before we get out of here.
The shenanigans that he do just ruins
So, but
it.
you agree that Rick Ross has better albums than Drake. He just don't have more singles than Drake.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I agree with that. All right, man, we out of here, man. It was a good one, man.
Touch the top.
I'm a boss.
Huh?
Yo, that nigga said, I'm a boss. Bitch, I'm a boss.
Pretty decent, man.
I definitely think that